Why hello and welcome back to more Layers of Fear. Also, I realized my mic was unmuted that whole time, so I could have just been breathing heavily into the mic for all I know. We only have a couple things left to do. This is going to be a very short stream. Next week could be a very long stream. Because all I have left are 3 endings. Or all I have left are 4 achievements. And I would like to get it on my main account. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do a full run and do all 3 endings on my main account. I actually went back and tried to get the achievements on it that we got on this account last time we played. And it turned out that since I already had a lot of the collectibles, I couldn't get the wife and child ending. Or the wife ending. So I missed out on a specific item that I needed to restart to get. And I also noticed that I was missing I had all the collectibles in the game, but the achievements didn't pop. So I'm going to have to do that again as well. So we will do a full wife run next week. We'll do a selfish ending, and then I'll finish it off with the wife and child ending in 3 quick runs and see if we can get the collectibles achievements. I'm looking through here real quick to see if we're missing anything. I also left it untouched just in case. It looks like there's a blank page, so maybe, just maybe, this will work. And I will say, there will be one achievement that is going to be very weird to just kind of do. But we'll try to do a little bit at a time. Like, literally, we had to sit here and stare at paintings for an hour. And I want to say we've already done a decent amount of that. I'm not exactly sure how much we've done. But, okay, we've done quite a bit, actually. But the thing is, it's going to take a little bit of time. We're not even 30 minutes into staring at pictures. But I'm hoping to get a little bit of it in every so often, like now. So whenever we do just sit and wait at the end, it's not going to be like 40 minutes of us just staring at one point in time. But it'll still be, a little bit of time. But while we're sitting here, I'll say the things we're missing and how I'm going to approach them. There is a reason why I started here at this point in the game. But we have Art Connoisseur, which is kind of what we're working on now. We're just staring at this painting. We need to stare at paintings for an hour total. It's cumulative. It's not like all in one sitting, thankfully. It can be, though. We need to find the sketchbook of the damned, which is the developer faces. You can only acquire this on the wife ending, the loop ending. Once you finish the painting and you have the wife painting, you go upstairs in the entrance of the house, and next to the broken couch upstairs there is a book, I believe, you can look at it, and it just shows the pictures of the developers. And then we have to gather all the family mementos, which I believe we only missed one And I think it's in this chapter, and that's why we're starting specifically in this chapter. And the final achievement is for witnessing all the outcomes. We've witnessed the wife ending. We've witnessed the self-portrait ending. I could go for the wife and child ending today, but I would really like to unlock it on my main account as the final stream. That's just a personal preference. That's something I personally want to do, and I'm hopeful that it happens, but we'll just have to wait and see. And the reason, I think I mentioned this a little bit, I think, unless I'm mistaken, but the reason why I said we're going to be doing all 3 endings next week is, like I said, I had to actually delete my save file so I could actually go back and get all of the collectibles, which we'll do in the second run of the day next Monday. And I'm going to have a third set ready of notes to get the wife and child ending, because I have never seen it, I've never done it, I just know it exists. But hopefully after doing the first 2 runs and going for the final one, hopefully it'll just kind of happen. We will see achievements pop next week that we've already had pop, and that's fine. It was bound to happen, because I'm jumping between 2 accounts trying to get this to work. But I think in the long run, I think honestly we'll be done by next week. Also, I'm kind of just now trying to kill time until it hits 1:35, because we started looking here about 1:30. I want to go ahead and get 5 minutes in if we could. But this one will be the most, I guess, boring achievement to go for. But it is what it is. There's not much you can do whenever you have to wait on certain things. And I will say, I don't remember if I mentioned this last week, but next week, even though I say it's going to be the last one, it's not going to be the last one entirely. There will be one more stream of this October 31st of this year, because there is a secret that only occurs on the 25th, or 31st, sorry. I don't know why I said 25th. Where are we at now? We're at 40%. We're almost 30 minutes in. We're slowly getting to it. Once some things happen, I'll start looking at another painting and hope that we can continue making progress on that. I don't know if these even count, and if they do, they'll just help us a little tiny smidge. I am going to go ahead and run to the wife whenever we see her. I'm hoping that we can actually get the just wife ending again in this run, but I'm not sure. That screeching though is just insane. Honey, I'm home. It's perfectly fine. Nothing bad could honestly happen to us. There is no such thing as death in this game, is there? Like, if something happens, it's just like you get transported somewhere else. Which is fine. And if I see the thing where I gotta pull up the the stuff in the ground, which I think we're about to see, I need to do that because that's supposed to give us a better chance of getting the wife ending, I believe. I don't remember ever hearing him scream. That might be new. And what, she throws us... Does she throw us down the stairs? I honestly don't remember. I have no idea where we're actually at. Oh, actually, I think the room just gets smaller. I think that's all that actually happens there, maybe. I could be mistaken about that. But let's go ahead and pull this up. Because if we can actually get the wife ending, we can get the developer faces. What even... Oh yeah, this is just a bunch of pictures. Hey, Larry, Poodle, Doodle... Wait. Hey, Larry, a Poodle, Doodleroo. Why you do this to me? Why you make me say the things that are not easy for me to say? Why you do this to me? I can't believe you would ever do such a thing. But this is going to be a short stream before the final long stream of this series. We're going to try to get all the achievements next... Or not all the achievements, all the endings next week. My love. I wish I could do what all mothers do and tell you that monsters aren't real. But it wouldn't be true. Life can create things of exquisite beauty, but it can also twist them into hideous beings. Selfish, violent, grotesque, monstrous. It hurts me to say that your father has turned into one such monster. I'm afraid the disease that afflicted his mind has taken a hold of me as well. It sickens me to think what we've put you through. There is no excuse. I only ask of you, though. I know I do not have the right to do so, to try and forgive us. I despise what your father has become, but I love and pity him all the same. I only hope you can find it in your heart to feel the same about him, about me. Wish I could see you blossom into a strong, beautiful woman. I wish I could be there for you, but I can't. This is the only way. Goodbye. The game's going well. There's the achievement. Immortalized in my heart. Gather all family mementos. We actually missed that. That was the only thing we missed in our self-portrait ending on this playthrough. Also, Larry, I'm going to point out, I don't know how to feel about this, but one of the things that we got to do is stare at paintings for an hour. But yeah, this one's going to be very, very short. We will... You don't know if you need to do that one on stream? You don't know if I need to do it. But, Larry, I do everything. I do literally everything. Because I'm insane. We can have just chatting by a beautiful painting for like 40 minutes. Because I think, well, we're somewhere between 40 and 30 minutes left on it. Make a list of things to talk about before that one. But I never have a list of things to talk about. I just ramble on because for whatever reason, I can just ramble for hours. And I say I can ramble for hours and then nothing comes out. And I'm like, wait a minute, what do I talk about? How do I do the things? But seriously, like, how does one even say words? But this is the picture I don't think we should be looking at. There's a more wonderful and amazing picture I believe we should be looking at. And I will take us to that picture, but I'm going to do this real quick. Where are we at? That one does count. Some pictures count and others don't, but this one definitely does count. We're almost 30 minutes into looking at pictures and staring at their beauty. But I want to bring this up because I saw talking to the Queen about this earlier and I really want this. We were talking about cake and I really just want some cake. She's trying to convince me to go to Walmart and pick some like cake mix up, and I'm like, why would you do this? She's like, you get 4 packs for $3, and I'm like, are you trying to turn me into cake? Is that what people want for me to turn into cake? She told me I don't see a problem with that. And I was like, one day I'm gonna actually use Facecam, and all you're gonna see is a piece of cake on a plate with a controller on it. Like that's literally what's gonna happen. I'm gonna turn it into cake with how much cake I could eat through that. I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't mind it, because I have really bad sweet tooth. But like me having the power, quote unquote power, to go to say Walmart, get cake mix and make it, is too much power. I will abuse that power. I will have so much cake. I may not have to make it all at once, but I'm going to finish the cake and be like, there's still more I could have. That's literally too much power for one booty to have. Wait, one booty to have? Is there more than one of me? Don't worry about it. I hope I'm the only one. But still, I do want it. And I feel like I will end up getting it soon. But I just don't know when that'll actually happen. I am thinking of going out tomorrow, so I might just get it tomorrow. And regret my life choices, while also loving my life choices. Oh heck. Lowry, would you like to care? Would you like to care? Would you like to know what I forgot about? Because I forgot something very important. What is something that I need all the time that I always forget to get? And yes, I'm buying time before I do the thing. To have even more time. Yes, I don't have water. I actually have already drank a full bottle of water since I woke up. I'm going to get the Wawa. Also, I don't have to go all the way upstairs now because we have a mini fridge down here. And I have my own water. I have my own refrigerator. Go get the Wawa. It is really handy. I like it. Also, because I'm curious, man, I don't know if that actually locks it or does something to it. We're almost halfway. We're at 30 minutes. We're going to get to 30 minutes, and I'm going to go ahead and, like, do things. This is going to be such a weird short stream. I say short stream because we don't have a lot left to do besides getting the final ending. But I don't have all my notes ready yet, and I'm saving that for next week. I also kind of did this because I didn't know how my throat would be. Like, it was mostly fine last night, but I was like, I'm going to do this just to be on the safe side. And I think it's fine now, but I'm going to keep to what I said, especially since next week it'll probably be like a 4 or 5 hour stream, if not more, to do all 3 endings. Plus, with me going for all the collectibles again to get the self-portrait ending, that might be a bad thing. I don't know. So we'll just do it this specific way. Okay, so we have 30 minutes now. We have 51%. Larry, how do you feel about this room right here that we're in while I'm thinking about it? How is it nice? Is it beautiful? Does it give you a sense of safety? You feel like this is a room of full paintings? It's boring. Oh, What about now? I don't know what this is. Much better. If you let go of the chair, nothing. Everybody back normal. If you touch the chair, it does this. Normal, not normal. Normal, not normal. Normal, not normal. Normal, not normal. This lamp is guiding us through the ooze. But I don't know what the purpose of this room is. But, at a certain point, the room just stays like this. And you can't fix the room and turn it back to normal. But can we go back? No, the door's locked. I don't know what this room is about. Like, I feel like there's something here that could happen if you do, like, push that a certain distance or do something with it, but I don't know. Also, Larry, you said you have a shield, right? Pokemon shield?
What is taking so long? Open this fucking door! I need to go! Open up! Hell is... Oh, God. No. No, 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 no. What have you done? No!
He said a Swearsy. I'm sure you're aware of this. I think you actually told me this is the reason why you got shield, if I'm not mistaken. But I can't get the Ponyta, the new one. I can't get it in Sword. It does me big sads because I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh, I want it. And then I looked at Bulbapedia because I'm a hack and I'm just like, I want to catch all the Pokemon. I want to see what all is available to me in each area. And I was like, oh, it's Shield exclusive? Ugh. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Is there anything that you want that I can get and be like, here you go? Because I'm the kind of person that's like, I play Pokemon because I like, it's part of the completion, I guess completionist side of me where I'm like, I like doing things like this and I like seeing the progress of getting and collecting things. And I feel like that's why I love Pokemon as much as I do, is because I'm sitting there like, say Red and Blue, there's like 151 Pokemon, I can catch them all. I gotta do that tag line, I gotta catch them all. But seriously, that's like the main appeal of Pokemon for me, is like the whole collecting aspect. And I do love the Pokemon in general, like they're really cool, that I love their designs. Yangmo? Yangmo, is that how you say that? Well, let me see that Pokemon. Oh, that's a cool looking Pokemon. In the Animu. I can see why you really like him. Oh heck, that thing evolves 3 times. I've seen that Pokemon before, and I actually believe I have that Pokemon, but I forgot about it. Oh my gosh, the shiny form looks really cool. Don't mind me, I'm just sitting here, like, addicted to Pokemon at the moment.
Finally, someone had to bear witness. I couldn't just look at my own work. Art and the artist needed an audience. A critical eye on things. I knew what I had to do. I gouged it. Scooped it up like ice cream. Felt like a butcher. A monster, but at least there was to come something beautiful from all this filth.
Also, well, before I say what I'm about to say, Pokemon is great. Pokemon's fantastic. But Larry, I want to say that I'm sorry. Keep in mind, this is something I wanted to do too, so it's like not Just sorry to you, sorry to me as well. Um, so I got. Oh, I went to the game store yesterday, and I picked up two games. I picked up Luigi's Mansion, and I picked up Dead Space 2 for Spooktober streams. And as soon as I got home, I was like, "Wait, I just barely looked at the 360 games. I forgot to look for Alan Wake. I wanted to look for Alan Wake, and I completely forgot about it. Because I took a quick glance at the 360 games and saw Dead Space for like $4, and I was like, yes. I was like, I can do this. The bad thing is, Larry, I've been wanting to go there for so long. I honestly think the last time I went there, Aspect was here, if I'm not mistaken, which was last January. So it took me a full year to go back. I want to go back sooner than that, though. But since I'm driving, maybe I can be like, okay, I can drive an hour to get here. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Also, I'm sorry that the music here is the music, because I remember you didn't like this last time. But as soon as we can get the paintings, yeah, to spit all the stuff out, we should be good. Ah! It sounds demonic, that's why you don't like it. Hopefully the coin, or not coin, but the piece will like fall here. Yeah, and then we can pick it up and leave the stream. Okay, it stopped. I was trying to like somehow speak over it and hope for the best. I will say I am ready for I haven't picked it up yet, but I do want to pick up Layers of Fear 2 for October as well. So I actually have I have 4 games planned already for October. We'll probably be doing Luigi's Mansion on Mondays. Actually, I have 5 games picked out. I just need to pick up the 5th game. So I'll probably do Luigi's Mansion on Mondays in October. Is it weird that I'm already planning this far ahead? But seriously, Luigi's Mansion will be Mondays in October. Tuesdays will be Layers of Fear 2. Wednesday, I haven't picked it up yet, but Outlast 2. I've never played Outlast 2, so it'll be completely blind. Maybe I'll get spooked by it. Who knows? I actually got spooked by CTR last night. That's not a joke. It actually legitimately scared me last night. Thursday will be Dead Space 2. And Friday will be Fear 3. It'll be the last Fear game. It'll be amazing to actually finish the Fear series. To be fair, though, I still have multiplayer stuff to do in Fear Files, and Fear 2. But I don't know if I'll ever get to show that stuff off, so I'm not going to hold that unless I actually get a chance to show it all off. So, the speed of the blue warp orb, it scared me because I didn't realize it was right behind me until it was, like, right on me. And it made me jump. Because I wasn't paying attention to anything in the game except for just the road ahead. Like, I mentioned that I got scared, but I didn't, like, scream or anything. It just jumped. So, like, you couldn't see it or hear it. You just knew it existed because I was like, I got scared. We only have one room left to go to, don't we? Yeah. Look at this beautiful painting. Oh. Also, the painting we just saw before it transformed is probably the painting we're going to look at for like an hour or 30 minutes. Then the painting gets closer and closer and closer. Isn't there supposed to be like a stroller in here with us? Oh, there's a stroller. Where scary? Where? If we actually somehow get the wife ending, I'm gonna be super happy. It's gonna be the self-portrait though. I just feel it.
Yes, that's it. Now I see it. All this misery, all this suffering. There was no other way. And it was all worth it. Perfection. Immortality.
It honestly seems like for the wife ending, you need to avoid all the collectibles. Which is weird because once you get all the collectibles, they stay collected. So you can't go back and get the wife ending. At least that's the way it appears to be. The self-portrait ending, you need most, if not all, the collectibles. Well, not all of them. You need most of them. For the wife and child ending, though, I'm not sure what you need. I feel like you need to get all the collectibles. I've also seen that it looks like you might need... Hold on. I want to actually look this up. This game. The endings are so, like, weird and confusing. Let's see. The self-portrait ending. This chief for essentially being selfish throughout the game, ignoring your family and focusing on your paintings. Deathless Run. Which, we died. I ran into the wife twice. We died twice. Stare at paintings frequently. Okay, we stared at paintings a little bit. Follow rats whenever possible. We did not follow any rats. Interacting with story-related items. We did not. Possibly achieved for going below the neutral ending. The wife ending. It's confirmed to be a neutral ending, and is achieved for gaining a neutral number of points in relation to the other two endings. The wife and child ending. Throughout the game, you should ignore anything relating to your selfish past, except story objects. Pick up items relating to your wife. Approach your wife at every encounter and embrace her. Ignore rats and paintings as much as possible. During the child chapter, approach the child in the red hall rather than back away. Let's see. Then there's like a list of things to do for the wife ending. There seems to be extra stuff that I'm not going to read out loud. I was looking through and it seemed like there was stuff that I could do. I might use that note guide. I might actually go for the wife and child ending before we go for the selfish ending in the final playthrough. I might actually also... No, I'll have to do all three. I'll do all three playthroughs still, but it won't be the order that I want. It'll be the order that gets me the least collectibles and stuff throughout the playthrough. So the first one will avoid everything, and we'll just get to the end. We'll get the wife and child ending. We'll get the Sketchbook of the Damned as well in that run. Because I'm gonna have to remember that because we can only get that on a run where we get the wife and child or the wife ending, and then we'll do the next playthrough for the wife and child ending, and hopefully, hopefully we'll get the wife and child ending without too much issue. And then on the final playthrough on my main account, we'll go for all the collectibles again. I'll get everything. We'll get the self-portrait ending. The final achievement will pop. And we'll have finished Layers of Fear. But Larry, are you prepared? Are you ready to stare at a picture for like less than 30 minutes? It's probably like 28 minutes or 29 or something. You're not ready? Why not? We can just chat. It'll be fun. It'll be perfectly fun. Also, I thought about this. Since I'm driving a bit more, how do you feel if... Because we talked about me coming over at one point. How would you feel if I drove over to your house one day?
I know how you must feel.
Not anytime soon, because I don't know about driving that far, but still.
Hopeless. You probably deserve it. But even for you,
Come on over.
there is still a way to bring it all back.
How would you feel if I literally just showed up today? I mean, if if I wasn't spooked to death, I could do it. Oh, I decided to open the other way. I'd like some warning. I'll call you when I'm like 2 minutes from your house. It'll be fine. Like, Larry, I'm here. Is it okay if I stop by? I wouldn't do that to you. But we have a very beautiful painting we can look at while we talk. I actually think this is the picture I looked at when I got my achievement. Be fine. You just might be stinky. This is the worst painting! What do you mean this is the worst painting? Also, who even is Stinky? Who does that? But why is this the worst painting? You Stinky? I don't believe that one bit. Also, there's an achievement for staring at this picture for 5 minutes, and we already got that. A hairy baby face. I affectionately refer to this picture as the fur baby. I actually think that's the name of it too, but I always called it the fur baby. Is that what this thing's called? Did I just hear a goose? I think I just heard a goose. I still need to get Untitled Goose Game. It's on the Xbox now. I want to get it and I want to stream it. But there's another game I really want to stream, and I'm like, ugh. And I've been like, because it's going to replace the Monday streams whenever we get done with Goemon's Great Adventure. And because I know that's going to be the fastest thing we beat. Like, this and then Goemon will be the fastest two things we beat. That takes up a slot that can be filled with pretty much anything. Because Tuesdays are RPGs, Thursdays are Zelda. Thursday we will be playing Zelda for all this year, I believe. Except for Halloween, Spooktober, of course. Same with Tuesdays being RPGs. But I strongly believe... Also, Friday being the day where we finish up old games or redo certain things or do like smaller things, which I haven't really done yet. But I feel like Friday will be the day that I go through things that I promised to do and things I have on a list that I need to finish or do. That'll be the day to finish them or just do them. Cause that literally leaves Monday and Wednesday. And Monday we obviously have this, and we started Goemon's Great Adventure before October. It should take 2, maybe 3 weeks once we get to that game. So I thinking in 5 weeks from now, which would be like what, the end of February, beginning of March, we should be able to play Wonder Song, which that game has so much heart. I want to play it. It makes me so happy. I didn't see the full game. I watched Vivi play a lot of it, and I don't know. It just there was something special about the game. There's honestly something special about the game with the characters, the story, the art style, everything that just comes together. It's really nice, and I want to experience the full thing with y'all. I'm just ready to play. I'm like super excited and anxious to play it. And I know it's gonna be on Monday because Wednesday we still have Outlast, which we should finish this week. Hopefully, fingers crossed, because insane difficulty is ridiculous. But we also have Yooka-Laylee, which will take a lot longer than this and Goemon combined, like the remaining time for them. Because we literally just started Yooka-Laylee, and Yooka-Laylee is a bit of a bigger 3D collectathon platformer. I can see it taking a few weeks for us to finish that. I do have a few other games I have set up for later. I'll go ahead and say the next RPG we play is going to be completely different from the RPGs I usually play. But we'll be playing The Outer Worlds, which I'm super excited for because Obsidian makes really fun and good RPGs. And it's something I've been wanting to play for a while. Also, I hope you enjoy it whenever I play it, and I hope if you enjoy what you see that you'll end up picking it up at some point, because I truly do feel like that game is something special. I really do. Wednesday, I'm not entirely sure what we're going to play after we beat Yooka-Laylee. I want to play the Impossible Lair, but I don't own it yet. If I own the Impossible Lair before we beat Yooka-Laylee, or right whenever we beat it, I'll stream that. But I have to find something for that to replace that in the future, if we don't get that. Thursday, I know we're still going to be playing Breath of the Wild by the end of this year, most likely. But I'm hoping that once we beat Breath of the Wild, I'll either start the original Zelda or Link's Awakening remake on the Switch. It's between one of those two. It really is. And the next game we're going to go and redo on Friday after Sonic 06 will be Banjo-Tooie. I want to do Dead Rising, but I'm going to wait a little bit longer to do Dead Rising. Because Dead Rising streams are going to be a bit long. Those streams will range anywhere between 6 hours to 14 hours until we finish them. And that will stop the crash streams for a little bit. But, well, for Friday nights at least, but I think it'll be fun. Yeah, the main reason why they'll be so long is I'm going to separate each stream into a full playthrough. I absolutely love that game, and I can put in a lot of time in that game without being like, I need a break. So, the first stream of it will be, most likely it'll be us grinding out the kills, because that'll give us a big level boost and help us out it'll help us out a lot doing the other playthroughs in the future. So the first one will honestly be like 5-6 hours of us driving in a car in the garage. It'll be a long, literally just chatting stream pretty much. I've done it before, but this is like a series that I did in the past whenever my internet wasn't that good. Things just didn't look all that great. And it's something that I want to personally go back and fix and redo. And that final stream is going to be rough. It'll be 14 hours of nonstop playing. Because the final achievement is called 7-Day Survivor. Each day is 2 hours in real life. There is no saving in this mode that you have to play to get that on. There is no checkpoints. There's nothing. I could literally make it to 13 hours and 59 minutes and die, and then have to start over from second one. From the first second, I'd have to start all the way over. I will say though, when we do that one, I may not stream crash the next day. But I'm still super excited to do it because, like, even though it's gonna like drain me, especially near the end, because of how much I'm gonna be doing, because there's a lot of stuff to keep track of in that game to survive that long. I still think it's gonna be a fun experience to do again. But I'm still terrified of it. Hello, Tina. How are you doing today? I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. We're literally just staring at the fur baby while I ramble on about the future of streams. I feel like I do need to go ahead and pick up Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair because I would like to do that immediately after Yooka-Laylee. I'm doing really well. I feel better. We're still doing a short stream just in case. We're getting one of the last few achievements in this game right now, which I know is very exciting. We're staring at this lovely picture of the fur baby. Also, let me check and see if that was actually its name. 82%. Are you the fur baby? Fur boy. His name is Fur Boy, but I call him the fur baby. We're close. We'll have this in no time, honestly. But I will say this. I don't think I'm going to get anybody to do this with me. Once we actually do the original Dead Rising and I do Case 0, I'll be doing Dead Rising 2 at some point in the future. And it'll be in the same structure as Dead Rising and Dead Rising 2 Case 0, where each stream will be a full playthrough. I'll be going for all the endings again like I do in the other two. But I don't think this will ever happen. I would love to get at least one person to do this for one stream. But the game is co-op. I would honestly love to get people on, like have a different person on each stream. But I don't know if I could ever convince anybody to be like, hey, let's go 10 hours. Maybe like some of the earlier ones that are like 6, 7, 8. But I don't think I could convince people to do the 10 or 12. But I would like to at least get somebody to do one with me. Because I will need to get co-op achievements. I won't need to, but I'm going to want to show everything off. It's a fun experience for me. And I want to share that with others. It's one of my favorite video game experiences I've ever had. It's just Dead Rising in general. Like one through Off the Record. 3 and 4, 3 is good. 4 was not so good. But at some point I will do 3 and 4. 3 and 4 will be much different though, because they won't be structured the same way. Dead Rising through... Actually, I said Off the Record, but Case West. Dead Rising through Case West are all structured in a very specific way to where you have a specific time limit in the game. That's why I was like, it'll be this time for this game. It will be somewhere between 6 to 14 hours. Because the first few playthroughs will be shorter because we'll be going for easier... or, well, lower level endings, I guess. Which require less playtime. And then the higher playtimes are like different playthroughs that give us better endings or there are different things like the Infinity mode where we survive for 7 days. It's freezing in the UK. It needs to not be freezing, Tina. Tell it to stop. Or actually give me some of the coldness. I'll take some of the coldness, because I like the cold. I will say, too, I haven't mentioned the rest of Crash Team Racing single-player content. It will happen. We will actually get all of that. But I don't know when we're actually going to focus on the single-player stuff again. Apparently, 3 hours ago, the Grand Prix ended. As soon as I started talking about Crash, I was like, wait a minute, I should check this. Also, whether Tina's stop freezing, you need to stop. How dare. I am super excited to show off and do everything that I have planned. But I feel really bad because ever since I started stream months ago, not months ago, years ago, sorry, I've had a list of things I need to do, things I need to finish, things I haven't finished yet but need to go back to. And even though I'm doing some of the, like, even though I have done some of those things, like, I went back and did Banjo-Kazooie, did Conker's Bad Fur Day, I'm doing Sonic 06, it's like, it feels like the list is still, just continues to grow because there's, like, small things here and there in different games that I'm like, I haven't been able to do yet, but I need to be able to pull this off if I do plan on really showing everything and being like, this is the full experience. From the side of somebody that likes to go and do everything. And there we go, we got our achievement. But like, I don't know. I feel like it just continues to grow, especially when I do things like Final Fantasy, because I don't do those 100% because I'm going through them blind. But at some point, I'm going to go through them 100% to show everything off so they get added to the list too, and I just like play them. It's a really weird thing to sit there and be like, I'm doing all these different things, but there's still things that get put off to the side because I haven't been able to finish them yet, or at the moment, I don't want to force myself to be spoiled just to make something that I want to make. You know what I mean? And even though I'm like sitting here adding stuff onto that list, I shouldn't feel bad, but I do kind of feel bad for continuing to add stuff to it. Because that just means it's like there's more stuff that I haven't done that I said I would do. Whether I verbally said it or it's implied through how I run my channel and how I do things on my channel. I don't know how it got to this, but it did. I will do them. Things will change and I'll slowly move stuff off that list. But it's going to take me some time. Shadow of the Colossus, you think it's PlayStation exclusive? Do you think you would beat that game with your eyes closed if you had it? What makes you think I would beat it with my eyes closed? I've never played it before. Also, the developer's notebook thing should be right here whenever we do beat this and get the wife ending again. Also, let's see, I can move this off now. We only have 2 achievements left. But they will be next time. Like I said, I know this one's going to be a lot shorter, but I wanted to do it just in case my voice still wasn't up. It felt like it was yesterday, but I wanted to be on the safe side. We'll be back tomorrow. Also, cannot believe I just did that with my hand on the table. Now I can't do it again. We'll be back tomorrow. Well, back tonight actually with CTR. We might have more information on the new event tonight. I don't know. We'll be back tomorrow with Final Fantasy VIII. We'll still be grinding some more spells. I'll hopefully have a list written out of what I want tomorrow. We'll just have to wait and see. Fingers crossed I don't actually forget. But I want to get up and go do a couple things. I'm going to hopefully finish this next week. But I want to say thank you all for stopping by. I'll say thank you all for lurking, chatting. You're all wonderful. Thank you for, like, staying here with me as I rambled on while staring at that painting. I really appreciate that. But, again, you're all amazing and wonderful. Because of the game that it is. I mean, maybe. I would love to play Shadow of the Colossus one day. If I ever get it, I would stream it. I just don't know if or when I'm actually going to be able to get a hold of it. But yeah, I know this was a bit short. We didn't even hit an hour. And I'm so sorry for that. But next week, whenever we play this, we're going to go for all 3 endings. I want to get all the collectibles again on my main account. And hopefully, we'll have all the achievements done. And we'll have beaten the game. Again, like I mentioned a minute ago about the list, this is on the list because we have to come back in October. We have to come back on the 31st of October to show off the last final thing in this game. But, seriously, thank you all again for stopping by, lurking, hanging out, chatting. You all make this worth it. You all make this more fun. And I love you all. Goodbye, everybody. I'll see y'all again really soon. Goodbye.